The New York Yankees are collapsing. They play a 4-game series against the Toronto Blue Jays, and so far through 3 games, they've lost every single one. The bullpen has looked bad. The errors with the catcher and in the infield. The offense has been looking weak. And man, what is going on? They're now tied with the Blue Jays for the lead in the AL East. We're going to talk about what's going wrong with these Yankees and whether or not we should still believe in them to win the AL East. Before we get into it, hit that like button and smash that subscribe button, y'all. Yeah, I mean, as a Blue Jay fan, if everybody who watches this, you know that we're Blue Jay fans. It's been a great series to watch, but if you're a Yankee fan, it's not. It has not been.
Nah, man. Yankee fans are collapsing right now on Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
And, you brought it up to me just before we started recording, like talking Jake over there at John Boy. Like, got a lot of respect for the guy, but tweeted out last night, probably in his frustration, something along the lines of how he's brooding over, this series loss.
Sure.
But Blue Jays fans are out here celebrating their World Series, which obviously tilted, a lot of Toronto Blue Jays fans the wrong way, understandably so, and there was a lot of back and forth. But point being, Yankee fans are going through it right now, and I understand, because when you look over at how things have been going recently, it's not great, man.
No.
The Toronto Blue Jays yesterday, they got up to an 8-0 lead, and then it looked like the Yankees were going to claw themselves all the way back into it. It was very, very close, but they inevitably got stamped out. So it's just like all the momentum right now for New York is just coming to a screeching halt. And when you look at that lineup, you have Aaron Judge, who's great. And Bellinger is also doing pretty good, too. But pretty much everybody else is just kind of gone ghost mode. Jazz Chisholm Jr. is still there. But other than that, man, it's just not the same as when the season started. And you had Paul Goldschmidt batting .350 and, various others going insane. They're just not as deep as they were.
Yeah, that's the big problem. That's always been the problem with the New York Yankees. If you don't have the supporting cast, then you're going to struggle. Like Anthony Volpe, I've been seeing Yankee fans get all over this guy. He's made some defensive miscues, and his bat hasn't been that great. DJ LeMahieu, what are you going to get from him? Ben Rice, he was hot. He's a rookie. He's cooling off right now. Stanton coming back from injury, you're not going to get a lot for him. So, yeah, Aaron Judge has got to be Aaron Judge to really pull through.
Which he has been doing.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's the one who tied the game last night for the Yankees. And it's like, oh, there's Aaron Judge coming up in a big spot. Well, then here comes the Yankees bullpen blowing it. It just feels like the Yankees are the only, they're only relying on Aaron Judge offensively, and then everybody else can't support him. Not only just the lineup, but that bullpen has been asked.
Yeah, and when you think about it, right, the Yankees put up 9 runs yesterday. They should win that game almost every single time. It just so happened that their starter got absolutely destroyed.
Warren got
and then the
killed.
bullpen also gave up a bunch. And recently that bullpen has just been god-awful terrible, folks. Second worst in all of baseball. And what is the sample size? Last week.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird because the Tampa Bay Rays are up there as well. And they're always very good with the bullpen.
Yeah,
but
interesting.
Either way, Yankees bullpen with an ERA of 8.1. Clearly, that is not a winning and sustainable formula. And as far as their pitching goes, Carlos Rodon and Max Fried are genuine studs. The other 3 are good but questionable, and yesterday you saw that questionable outing from them, and obviously the ERA inflated a shitload because of it, because his ERA was not that bad prior to yesterday's start, but obviously over 5 now.
Warren's a rookie, right? And rookies will do this. They'll get off to a hot start, then they're going to get shelled, they're going to get exposed a little bit, and that's right there. That's your example. And I give credit to Clark Schmidt for stepping up, but the rotation for the most part has been fine. This bullpen, though, you traded for Devin Williams. We talked about this in the offseason. That was an awesome trade. He hasn't really amounted to what he's supposed to be. That's a generous overall of 25. It's slowly got to be going down because he's been bad. He blew it again for the Yankees last night. That's his second blown save that he got, or second loss he got against the Blue Jays this season.
Yeah, definitely a lot more than 2 blown saves at this point for Devin Williams with his 5.17 ERA. And when you look up and down the war there for a lot of those Yankee bullpen guys, nobody's over 1. There's a couple negatives in there. And when you only have contributions from, not only, but majority of your offensive contributions from Aaron Judge, obviously giving up, 2-3 runs later on in the ball game, it's just going to be that much harder to claw your way back into it, which has everybody wondering, is this the true New York Yankees? Or is this just a fluke? Because the first month they were kick-ass, amazing, awesome. Now you're seeing the other shoe drop. What is their true identity?
Yeah, well, I mean, let's be honest here. When you get a team together, when you lose Juan Soto and you whip together a team of Goldschmidt and Bellinger, I mean, what have we always said about Bellinger? Dude's inconsistent, right? He'll have some years where he's great, some years where he's bad. So right now he's doing really good right now. When is the bag going to come through? It's going to come. It's going to happen. Like, he's not going to be a reliable guy. And then you got Goldschmidt. Same kind of thing. He's been just kind of cruising into the sunset stats-wise slowly. Off to an awesome start. Dude's an all-star this year. But does that mean we're expecting a second half where it's like kind of bad? I mean, did things change when we got to the Yankees? Maybe. But you're piecing all these guys together. Giancarlo Stanton, same example. Sometimes you can show greatness. He's a great player. Then the age is going to start kicking in. He's going to get injured, and then he's not going to be himself, and his hip's going to hurt. So, like, this is what the New York Yankees are. And then you have to look at the bullpen. It's just not it this year. I think the Yankees aren't as strong as they used to be. I think they got a shot still to be in the AL East, but now they've got two other teams, being the Blue Jays and the Tampa Bay Rays, right up their ass. And they got to hope that all those guys I just mentioned perform better in the second half, because you're going to lose the AL East if that's the case.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the Yankees are still a very good ball team, and spoiler alert, like when we get to the odds for winning the American League East, they are still the favorites, which I agree with, maybe not as heavily favorited as they are, but I do still think that they are inevitably the best team on paper, and it's, there's a lot of recency bias involved because Tampa Bay is hot as all holy hell right now, and Toronto is hot as all holy hell.
Blue Jays are the hottest team in baseball in the last 30 days, something like that.
We are, very close. I know that Houston's like 21-7 since June. So
Excuse me, Houston's number one.
I think Houston's one, but like Toronto's right there. Either way, there's other teams in the American League East right now that are going crazy. However, I do think that when it's all said and done, majority of the time, Yankees will probably come out on top of the American League East. But they're definitely not as stable as they were. And, one of the losses that comes to mind as you were breaking down the inconsistencies, honestly, it's like Garrett Cole. Like, I forget how much that guy would have made such an impact and a difference. Like, if they would have had just one more like stable, absolutely locked in elite player to go along with the rotation, to go along with Aaron Judge, like, I feel like they wouldn't be having as many of these like ups and downs and everything like that, but you are going to have to get the starts from Will Warren that you saw yesterday, and you are going to have to rely on the bullpen when he does that to then keep you in the ball game, and that's just not working for them right now.
Yeah, and I'll throw in one little nugget here. This cursed them in the playoffs last year in the World Series against the LA Dodgers. Was they got to have lockdown defense too. Like, if you're not defending, then you're not playing good baseball. Like, if you're locked in tight in these games and then you give up these mistakes, it's going to cost you. That happened twice. One yesterday and one on Canada Day. There was a catcher's interference by this guy Escara. I didn't even know who he was until this series, to be honest. Escara's caught 2 games so far. He had 2 catcher's interference. This one cost him the game, where he then let up a guy on base to get the guy on first and second, and then another single came through. And then you had George Springer hit a grand slam. The inning would have been over, or at least it would have been 2 outs at this point. But he lets up a catcher's interference, lets him on base, inning continues, Blue Jays take advantage. And then the next thing happened, which was last night, where he let a pass ball by him, which was the go-ahead run. And it was a blockable ball, but he just does a little, like, backhand, and then that was it. And then that was the only effort that he really did to block it, and that cost him the game. Just a laziness of like defense losing the game. And I'm pointing him out because he was really egregious in this series, but it's been like this all season long for them.
100%, man. Yeah, like, he's obviously the most recent, I guess, criminal win, or how Yankee fans would put it. But I've also heard them complaining a bunch about Jazz over there. Like, he's making a lot of mistakes, and then like all the base running errors. I know that's a big thing for them. So Yankees are a good team, but there's also a lot of inconsistencies and a lot of just things like that they have got to clean up. I anticipate that they're going to be very active at the trade deadline. I still think that they're going to be very good, but are they as good as they were last year, or are we finally seeing a little bit of the fact that, hey, you don't have Juan Soto and you don't have Garrett Cole? And that's two guys that were obviously as locked in, consistent as ever for you last year. They're not there anymore. We're seeing that a little bit right now.
Yeah, I think at the deadline, just to wrap it up before we get to Betway, is like they got to go get some bullpen help. I think that's kind of their most obvious point of need, because I look at the offense too, and it's like they have guys, but you kind of locked in. Like it's a full lineup, but like of guys who are inconsistent. Like you can't just get rid of like Giancarlo Stanton or Ben Rice. Like these guys have shown they can do it.
I think that like getting a lineup dude wouldn't be the worst case scenario, but it's got to be somebody that upgrades defensively as well.
Yeah, maybe maybe you trade. Well, they're not going to trade him, but an Andres Gimenez type.
Yeah, like I've heard that they're talking. I think I actually saw Jake talking about IKF. They want him back on the team or something like that. So, like, that's where they're at this point. But yeah, if you're the Yankees, get some bullpen. Maybe honestly another starter too, just because like fuck, dude, like, we didn't even talk about him, but like I don't know how you trot out Marcus Stroman confidently at this point.
That's true.
In 2025, I don't know how you put that guy out there every fifth day, and then Will Warren as well, right?
Yeah.
Like, could the rookie aspect of things come into play? Could use another starter.
Defense and pitching is what they'll need. But if you are confident that the Yankees are still going to win the AL East, then hop on to Betway, hit your picks, and knock it out of the park with Betway. Scan the QR code on the screen or click the link in the details section to join the action. Their multipliers 1.45 to win the AL East.
That's
which
ridiculous.
Is crazy. I mean, yeah, you bet $100, you win 45. I don't feel confident when a team right now is tied for the American League East.
Yeah, like,
I don't feel that confident.
For me, it's like 1.45 seems like a great odds if they were like 5 games up.
Yes.
But they're not 5 games up. They are currently tied with the Toronto Blue Jays, and the Tampa Bay Rays right there, but behind both of them. Yes, the run differential is phenomenal for the New York Yankees. There's no denying it. But Toronto is going to be buying heavy come trade deadline, and Tampa Bay, even though they're not going to be buying as heavy, they are just a thorn in everybody's ass. So honestly, I do not love the fact that it's 1.45 multiplier. I do love either one of Toronto's or Tampa Bay's, because Toronto was 4.5. I imagine Tampa Bay's like 5 or 6 multiplier.
It's like 5.5, I think it is.
5.5 right there. Crazy. Either one of those, you want to sprinkle a couple bucks on that and then just like hope for the best. I think that's the way to go.
That's the way to go. Guys, let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. Are you worried about the New York Yankees? Hit that like button, smash the subscribe button, and we'll catch you next time.
Cheers.